Money FM 89.3. Best of breakfast. Companies to watch.
To buy or not to buy? That is the question I ask myself at least 5 times a day and a few times a week to Dan Coe, who has the inside scoop on all things stocks and companies and whether it's a good time to invest. Good morning, Dan.
Good morning, Audrey. That's right. It's going to be a hard or not from us. And at least when it comes to you, it's a hard.
Yes.
Okay, welcome to Companies to Watch. That's a segment where we spotlight and stock you up with ideas of listed companies that will call for your attention. So we're looking at market trends to risks, as well as hidden gems or warning signs to steer clear of. 8855-0893. Text us, be involved in this conversation, and tell us whether you think it's going to be a hot or not.
Okay.
Audrey, I know you got nervous for this one.
Yes.
No reason to, because you're quite an intelligent person yourself.
Wow.
But we're turning to a large multinational technology company primarily known for its database software and cloud computing services.
Yes.
So, how's it ringing in your head now?
It's ringing good. It's Oracle, right?
Yes.
Old kid on the block.
Yep.
They've been around forever. An old tech titan that's been finding new ways to stay relevant.
Yep.
To your point, the bread and butter is databases. If you've ever worked in an office, chances are you have crossed paths with Oracle without even realizing it. But now it's making waves for a very different reason, right?
Yes, certainly. So I think a lot of us would know it for its wide range of enterprise software. It's like what you said, they're usually the back-end workers, and they're the leading provider of cloud infrastructure as well. And their services and products are mainly used by businesses and organizations of different sizes across various industries as well. And the reason why I've decided to bring this stock to our attention today is because just recently their shares jumped 4% to an all-time high after a recent filing showed a cloud deal that would add more than $30 billion annually, Audrey. Imagine that paycheck.
Yes, imagine that paycheck. So that's what's been driving all of this excitement. Because in the past, at least, Oracle was widely seen as being late to the party, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Because they're a legacy player, but they have so many rivals now, like AWS and Microsoft, Google Cloud kind of taking up market share. Fast forward to today, the company is trying hard to kind of flip that narrative, right?
Yeah, certainly so. I mean, we're seeing a lot of these competitors just saturating the market.
Yeah.
But of course, this stands out because revenues are also expected to start hitting quite soon, actually, 2028 fiscal year. That's about like 2.5 years from now. And in the filing, their CEO, Sefra Katz, did noted that Oracle is off to a strong start in their financial year 2026, with their multi-cloud database revenue continuing to grow at 100%. And they've also signed multiple large cloud services agreements, including one that is, like what I've mentioned earlier, set to contribute more than $30 billion in annual revenue starting in financial year 2028. So as of now, she hasn't really disclosed what these deals are.
Yeah, I was like, who is the client behind the $30 billion deal?
Right. But a lot of have said that it's usually government related, which is why they're able to secure quite a substantial amount of money. And the filing, which was submitted to the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, did indicate that she is likely to highlight the deal during their company meeting in the next few days. So it does rank among the largest cloud contracts on record, and that revenue alone represents nearly 3 times the size of Oracle's current infrastructure business, which totaled $10.3 billion over the past 4 quarters.
Wow.
So just imagine in a matter of 3 years, they're able to multiply that by 3 times.
Yeah. So it's very clear that they want to be a serious cloud contender and ride this AI boom to compete with the big boys. Because, I think in the past, they're seen as reliable, but not exactly exciting. But this certainly is very exciting.
Yeah, it's quite a huge and exciting space for them. And it also comes against the backdrop of them, just trying to reorientate themselves for the past 50 years. And in recent days, we're seeing how its cloud infrastructure business starting to emerge as a fast-growing alternative to industry giants that a lot of us are familiar with.
Yeah.
Amazon, Microsoft, Google parent Alphabet as well. So it does seem like momentum for Oracle's cloud offerings is certainly helping carry the stock to a 60% gain just within the last year. And that's marked Oracle's stock best performance since, guess what, 1999.
1990. What were you doing in 1999?
I don't even think I could speak. I barely spoke my first word.
Oh my gosh, you weren't partying it up?
Unfortunately not. I'm still a young baby.
Wow.
But yes, with Monday's jump, Oracle stock is currently up more than 31% in 2025, and shares have since rallied back after a rough start to the year that saw Oracle stock tumble more than 25% from the start of the year to mid-April low point. So I think this really does provide some confidence to investors, especially against the backdrop of, the tariff-induced fears by Trump. And that's the narrative that has been shifting much of the market movements that we're seeing over in the US.
Yeah. So besides this $30 billion deal, they've also announced a bunch of other deals, right, in recent months.
Yeah, they did. In fact, the database giant did announce that in the past few months, included a joint Stargate venture with OpenAI and SoftBank to invest billions of dollars in bolstering AI infrastructure.
All right.
And they've also announced that they're working on an iteration in the United Arab Emirates, announcing a new AI partnership with IBM last month. So it just seems like a lot of these deals are largely influenced by AI deals and just their ability to keep up with the race. So I think the fact that they're putting themselves out there, this is certainly looking to be really, really nice for Oracle at least. And I think as long as they continue to keep themselves relevant within the AI space, verdict for the stock is definitely gonna be... That's a long drum roll, but a hot.
Yes, I figured it will be a hot today. Yay.
Yeah.
They've definitely been keeping very busy, and it seems like they're making a comeback, right? They've got momentum now, and they have serious tailwinds, finally catching up in the cloud race, riding the AI wave.
Yeah.
And these big new contracts mean long-term recurring revenue, which is great. There is a flip side. I think you mentioned that we'll see some positive effects fiscal year 2028. So, of course, this mega deal won't really move the needle immediately. It only kicks in really only after a few years. So, of course, there are some questions about how profitable some of these huge AI and GPU deals really are once you count the infrastructure costs and the cost of doing business. But yeah, it looks like the story is solid and they're locking in big money down the road.
Yeah, certainly. And I like that you mentioned that, Audrey. It's certainly not cheap to integrate AI systems into their operations. So we'll see how well and how efficient they will be. But at least as of the 2nd of July of 2025, we've got Tip Ranks, Yahoo and Barron's all giving it a buy rating for them as well. And that pretty much wraps it up for our analysis of today's stock in focus, Oracle. Now, Audrey.
Yeah.
So we just talked about Oracle, but did you know how the name came about?
Well, Oracle is like this higher being who tells you, it's like a prophet of sorts, right?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Close enough, but the company was initially known or addressed as Software Development Laboratory. That was back in 1977.
That's a lot less catchy.
Yeah. So following this, in 1979, the name was reshaped to Relational Software Incorporation.
Okay.
And then later in 1995, the company finally named Oracle Corporation after winning success over a project.
Okay. Well, I think Oracle is good to go with.
Thank goodness.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so what do you call a computer in the clouds?
A computer in the clouds. A plane... I don't know. What is it?
High tech. Okay. So why did a cloud-based company have a terrible attitude?
Why?
Because it was full of SaaS.
Okay,
Software as a service.
As a service.
And that's all we have for Oracle.
Before acting on the information on Money FM, please consider if it's suitable for your own investment objectives, financial situation, and risk tolerance. To listen to more great interviews, download our podcasts at audio.sg or download the audio app. That's AWEDIO, audio at the App Store and Google Play.